Hello everybody, Drew's Farming Life back again today. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. Merch is now available, link in the description. I hope you all like it. Right now I'm going to give the plough a little clean up so that it's easier to get that moldboard changed after last night's disaster. Hopefully I'll get a moldboard today, well 2 moldboards, and I can get going again, but we'll not know till later. I think this morning we're actually going to be seedering 25 heifers to synchronise them for AI, so that'll be another hold up, but it's one of the things we've got to do, so yeah. Right, so this pole's going to be hard to get. It's not something that it'll need ordered in. It's the only thing. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, clean it up and weld it on backwards so I've got some adjustment. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I think that'll be one of the things to do to try and get some movement. Is you're better to adjust these so they're all same width apart. So I'll give this a clean up. Dad's away to see if we can get 2 rights and lefts, top and bottom, but I think it's actually an old set that he's going to pick up, and then later on when we get the chance we're going to get, once they're ordered, the new ones on, so that's to come. Bolts ripped straight through, you see, just because they're all that thin. Not much left of the board. Right, that's about all it needs. Okay, so I've got an old moldboard just to get me going, so I'll need to take all these off, the old ones, and sort this out. So I'm going to take this off. I've got the end that was on the moldboard. I'm going to put a bolt on the back of it like that, cut this and try and weld it on here, so I'll get a good weld round there and a good weld round there, and then I've got this to adjust so I can get all the moldboards lining up again. You know, because I would just put it on here, but then this is where the moldboard was, so in order for me to get that adjustment I need to move this, because I'll get a new one of these, but just for the now this is what I'll need to do just so I can get going. So see how tight this is, because This will likely have never been off. So this is the spanner movement, and if you see it, get out of the way. It's always asking for trouble. Right, that was too tight. Actually, I wonder if that big spanner on this, I always forget it's a 27 that's on the bottom of this big long bar. If it's enough to crack it, I can get it off. There we go. Good. Handy big long, basically a top bar. Getting somewhere now. There's Dad feeding the raid just out here at Ripon. Right, got this cut, so I'm just going to shine it up. Shine this up as well, and then I'll get this on. Probably try and cut this bit off and make it flush. That all should weigh well. You'd never know, eh? You just need to weld that. And then, yeah, put it back on, sort this out, get the other bolt back on, and hopefully I've got enough adjusting the room to be getting that back in the best position for me. So, I'll get my MIG going, get it welded, see what I can do. Perfecto. Right, let's get going. Just the earth causing problems here. Seems to be caught in something. There don't think it was the best, like, but I'm sure it'll do the job. Let's see. Not too bad. A couple of not so good bits, but it'll hold anyway. It's only for the now till we get a new bit, so. Right, let's get this on. I'll get these two, then I'll have to get a spanner, I think. Spanner required for these two. Not so bad. Don't need them. Right, get the new bolts in the plough, fire it on. Don't know what kind of angle this is at, but hopefully you'll basically see what I'm doing. Once you've got one on, it's easy after that. Up now, so I'll not get my fin on. It was my uncle that had this before on his plough, so it's well worn as well, but I don't think he had these on. I don't know, seems to have wore different anyway. I'll maybe give this a quick shine up, makes a difference. The soil just sticks to it rather than rubbing clean off, and then I'll get my strengthener bar on. These are number 8 boards, that's why we can't have big wide tyres. I suppose these are too big even for these. If you had, is it number 28s, I think you can get away with 710s, I think that's the max for them. It just seems to clean the hole out that much more for the tyre width, so that's why these aren't, well, that's why the tractor's not able to be, well, that's why the 70/40 kind of get put on it. Anyway, it's too much horse for this size of plough anyway, so you'd end up destroying it. But this is, well, even at that, that's probably too much horse for it, far too much, but it works away fine. Does a job, and that's all that matters. So I'll get the back on, tighten everything up, and aye, hopefully get going after that. See what state these are in, whether I can reuse them or not. I'd rather not. Looks like it's 2 new ones of these again. Right. Right, I'll get my strengthener on, then adjust this after and tighten it up. Get on. There we go. Right. Maybe actually slacken that off till this is properly in place, so it's got ease of movement. Right, I'll not know where that needs to be till I measure up, but I'll tighten up the moldboard first. You know, that's what I need to do. Look along them, see if it's... They're almost lined up, it's not going to matter too much. Quite a gap there, maybe I've lifted it too high. So they're not all tight yet, so maybe I'll be able to shift it just a little bit. This time. Yeah, that looks better. Right, rest done by spanner. Now that looks a lot better, but I don't know what difference it's going to make. But what I do know is that's what you're meant to do. Last one in here. Right, that's done. I need to measure up and see the distances between them all, because all of these should be exactly the same. Then after that you adjust this and that pushes it or pulls it in. So yep, that's what I need to do. Well, they should be about 80, see 80 there, bang on. I set it up a wee while ago. It's 80. It's hard to tell because this one's is worn, right? So I'll go from this point down here. See, that's 78. So I need to shove the moldboard out. maybe too much, just back half a turn or so. Right, well, actually tighten that. Just by the time I shunt it back, it'll. Right, so do that. And a wee bit, and then by the time this is tight and pushed it back in, it might be 80 as well. Here to here, 80. Magic. Right. I was gonna maybe put the bottom moldboard on, but I think one well worn, one's bad enough, so I'm only gonna have one bad fur. We'll just need to see how it goes. It might not be a bad fur. Now to shine this up, I'll get a wee buff on, shine it up actually. 2 plugs. There they're on that one. Take them off, put them on so these holes are covered. Right, one more thing to do it, then buff it, and then that's me ready to go. Perfecto. It's just a quick shine up, so that's a lot less sticky now for the soil. It's just a plastic abrasive disc, what's it called? Poly disc, rust remover, you know. It's quite good. Hardly any sparks, just a lot of stour. So, right, now it's time to go and try the thing. But at least that's me gonna get going now, so fantastic, finally. Right, I don't have much left of this field to do, this wee field that I'm in now, but I'm heading up to the grass field, because that's the field I was in last night, when this plough decided it wasn't working anymore for me. But, right, so through the wet bit in there, it's all ploughed pretty good, so I can just sail on with the rest of this field when I get into it, but I just want to get that big grass field done. Then I'll come back to this one, finish it off. Yeah, I could do this one first, but I just want to. I like the big grass field because it's big, nice, long runs. So I'm still quite annoyed about where, well, the plough falling apart when it did. You know, I always say to. You know, I always look back, I always check, because we've got that many stones for jams and whatnot, you know, it just makes a mess. And just blooming annoying that I didn't, well, it must have just happened as I looked forward, you know, it must have just been looking back, look forward, it must have happened, and just looking forward and then look back and aye, what the hell's happened there? Just quite annoying. Well, what can you do? It's always the way. It's always the way. It never happens when you're watching it. These things never happen when you're watching the plough. Most of these will ken that as well, if you plough as well. So I'm not looking forward to seeing what this looks like in the daylight. It's just gonna annoy me. Poor Har will sort it, but it'll never it'll not be right, like. Probably need to drive back and forward a few times to try and level the hole over, because obviously none of that got turned. Just annoying, eh? Back to the crash site. Somebody was asking why the field's been burnt off, not the whole field. Dad just sprayed round the outsides for cooch in case it's there. That's the only reason for it. We wouldn't usually do that, but this year he seems to have decided that he's doing it, so it's up to him. But here we are. That just looks horrible. Why? Right, let's hope my uncle's moldboard will work. I'm sure it'll work, like, but got new ones ordered, but hopefully they'll be here by the end of the season, but we'll see. New front moldboards, we'll see what the crack is. In the ground, stay in the ground, right. Stay in the hole, right. Well, it's turning. This will shine the moldboard up. The moldboard up. Far better than the wee grinder will. Nothing cleans moldboards up better than soil rubbing through them. That doesn't look very nice, but that'll be because it's sticky, I think. Hopefully. Getting slightly better. Oh no. If you want really clean moldboards, plough clay. That rubs them something terrible, they get really shiny. Then set up the headland management and then you get used to it, eh? Right. Hopefully that'll batter off by the time I get to the top. If it doesn't, I'll be getting out and cleaning it, because the longer it's cleaner the better. It'll shine up better, make a better job. Look at the difference in a clean moldboard at the front there, just sliding off it. Beautiful big field. I keep forgetting about that mirror. Scalped the trees on the last run of the headland in the big hill field just over there, just over the other side, and ruined it. No, I didn't ruin it, just shoved it in. Keep forgetting to push it back. But because it's not required, that's how you're so easy to forget it. Bits of soil are falling off as the plough is getting battered around, shaking it off. The ploughing in here is reasonably straight. Although last night, you know, ploughing in the dark, I think it's went a wee bit of ski whiff again, but a couple of runs in the daylight will straighten it out again. But then I'm going to match up with the headland here. Another big S-bend right the way up. What can you do? What can you do? Just the fields we got. Most other folk will have the same. I don't believe that we're the only ones with these problems. Right. So when I was saying earlier that we were seedering 27 heifers, I believe it was, after me saying a wee while ago that we give all the heifers to the bull, you'll be wondering why we're seedering them. Our old bull is he's getting of age that his heifers are coming round, and the young bull we've got jumped a gate and has injured his leg, so he's on a course of antibiotics. He is getting better slowly, but we're really needing these heifers bulled now, so we're just going to seeder them and then I'll have to AI them next week. So on the first day after getting synchronised, I'll be AIing them with a sex semen, and then the day after I'll be AIing them with some beef. So I might get a wee video on that if you are interested in that kind of thing. So aye, but yeah, that's what's going to be happening. So I'll just show you what's going to be happening here. Hopefully that'll rub off and shine up and come down the hill a bit better, because it's a wee bit more clay up here. Not as much, not that much clay, but there's a wee bit, so hopefully that'll help rub it off, and then it'll shine up nicely. So we'll just need to see how it goes. So it looks like it's rubbing off nicer now. It's starting to shine up a bit, so it's turning over nicer. Just gliding off it there, look. Then it'll hit the nice soil and it starts sticking again, but the longer it's like that, sliding off it, you know, the longer it's doing that, the cleaner it'll get and the better it'll do. This is the big drain we were doing. The other day there. So from here to the digger, there's a drop. We had to work a drop of about 50 centimetres over around 50 metres. So I think it was like a centimetre per metre we had to work with to get the run of the water. Which was quite difficult, but we had the laser light and we were working away with that. That was quite entertaining. I actually wish I recorded it, but never mind. Just me and Dad shouting back and forth to each other about how the thing works. It's just confusing because we don't use it that much. We borrowed it from one of Dad's friends. It's quite a good thing, but because we don't use it that much, we're not used to it. But it worked. Yeah, it made a big difference to getting your heights and that, so working it out so you all got your drop, because it is quite deceiving when you're in the hole whether there's a run or not. So aye, hope you all enjoyed today's video. sorry about that. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. Please join me again next time. Let me know what you think, and I'll try and keep the content coming. Hopefully it'll not all be ploughing, but for now that's what I'm doing. Seeding will be coming up, and then some Cambridge rolling after that, and probably lifting some big stones. So plenty to do. They've got a load of maize coming on Friday, I think, so I'll need to bruise that. So if it's me that's doing it, I'll show you. If not, well, you're stuffed till next time. So thanks all again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night. I better not leave yous like that. Sorry. Look at that. It's falling off the moldboard now. It's all shined up and it's coming off it really clean and nice. What a difference from that first run. I'll show you now when it lifts out and turns, just the difference in how clean it is. It's so shiny now. So look at that, beautiful, all shiny now. It's almost there, but it's doing the job, which is blooming brilliant. At least I'm able to get on now, you know. Happy enough just to get going again, thank God. But aye, see you all next time. Thanks all for watching.